Hey lovelies, welcome to another video. So today I am filming from the girls' playroom as per usual. I feel like every future video is going to start from this room for some reason. But anyway, so today I wanted to update you guys in regards to baby Iris's heart condition. For those of you who don't know, during our 20-week anatomy scan, they had found an alleged right-sided aortic arch. Bless you. So they found the alleged right-sided aortic arch, which basically meant that her main aorta was starting from the right side of her heart rather than the left side of her heart. This now caused issues and a lot of fear at the time because it is accompanied usually with other issues, other congenital heart defects, as well as possible chromosomal abnormalities. So naturally, we were scared, concerned, worried, everything. I have a whole bunch of videos in regards to that where I just kind of can't stop talking about it. I'll see if I can link them down below, if I remember to link them, that is, because my brain is mush these days. So the plan at the time was that we would continue monitoring her heart throughout the rest of the pregnancy. We did multiple growth scans and just kind of generally we're very, very careful and alert as to what she would need as soon as she's born. And the general idea was that right after she was born, they would get an ultrasound done of her heart so that we could confirm the right-sided aortic arch and also evaluate if there were any other issues, etc. Now, due to the nature of her birth, so the way she was born, emergency C-section, etc., and the issues she had, she did get an x-ray of her heart and an ECG, and those did not give any reason for concern, immediate concern. So that meant that they sent a referral to a cardiology department at a tertiary hospital where we would then be booked in and check out her heart in more detail. Now, the fun part starts with that specific referral. So what we were told before we left the hospital was that we would be contacted by the tertiary hospital with our appointment time within 4 weeks from her birth. So I was kind of waiting for an appointment to happen. No appointment was happening. 5 weeks went by. I'm thinking, okay, maybe because of COVID, maybe because this pandemic is just, everything else has kind of been pushed to the side. Nothing else seems to be important other than COVID. Maybe for whatever reason, they're just kind of pushing things around a bit. So I waited until 6 weeks, at which stage I was starting to get stressed. I was starting to get really, really stressed because there was no appointment for her heart coming through. So I actually contacted the tertiary hospital that was supposed to contact me and asked them what was going on. Small side note, this is the same hospital where we were actually getting her hearing checked, and I will make a separate video on her hearing issues. So they did have her on record, but only for her hearing tests, not for any heart tests. So I was extremely concerned, and immediately I decided that I had to contact the hospital where she was born and get to the bottom of this, because there was no referral, no appointment, no nothing. So considering there was no sign of a referral, appointment, or anything at all in regards to her heart at the tertiary hospital, I immediately contacted the hospital she was born to question what had happened. So I was lucky enough to get onto the phone with an intern who actually was more than happy and willing to go through her entire record and kind of figure out what happened and where the mistake happened, because she had quite the record now, considering she stayed 6 days in the hospital, considering the way she was born, etc. And he kind of went over everything and got back to me, informing me that her heart test, her heart referral basically, had been lost in the mail because the email address was wrong. So basically what happened was the forms that they use, you kind of fill out the referral form and there's an email at the top that you send it to in order to get a test and a checkup and whatever booked in. So her cardiology appointment referral was actually emailed to the wrong address, and then it bounced back and no one realized it bounced back. So there was no referral sent at any stage and there was no appointment happening. Freak out session right then and there. So thankfully this doctor, he was just amazing. He immediately contacted who he had to contact. He booked us in our appointment. He kind of moved everything around and got us the fastest appointment we could get, which funnily enough, at the time Iris was 6 weeks old, he got us an appointment at the time she would be 8 weeks old. And this was the first available appointment because due to COVID, they weren't doing appointments. It was just, COVID has really kind of put everything else on the side. It's beyond me. Anyway, so fast forwarding finally to our appointment, we got into our appointment and baby had her heart ultrasound, she had an ECG. Actually, I will read the full, I have the report here because I'm really, really prepared. So basically what happened was she had ECG, she had a full examination, ultrasound done, everything seemed normal. And as far as the doctor was concerned, her right-sided aortic arch was confirmed. Her official diagnosis is isolated right aortic arch with mirror image branching. So basically she has only the right-sided aortic arch and everything kind of just mirrors itself. Everything does what it's supposed to do, and it is simply a variation of normal. Specifically how it says it here is that Iris has a normal cardiac anatomy with a right-sided aortic arch. This is a variation of normal. It does not require ongoing follow-up and is unlikely to substrate vascular ring. So the vascular ring was the number one thing that we were worried about. It doesn't seem to be growing in a way that could cause a vascular ring. However, this is not 100%. So at all times, the doctor told me to just monitor her, and if I notice any issues in her breathing or feeding, I need to immediately get her back in there for a follow-up. So all in all, she does have a little difference in regards to her heart, but thankfully it is not something that is causing her any issues, and hopefully it never does cause her any issues. Her general appearance does not show any indication of chromosomal abnormalities, so they did not feel the need to test for those as well, since there's a specific test you can do. So all in all, in regards to her heart, I am very, very happy to say that yes, she does have the right-sided aortic arch, but it is only that. It is simply that her aorta decided to set off on the wrong side of her heart instead of the left side, which, you know, it is what it is. As long as she is healthy and happy, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, that is the general update on her heart, guys. I thought the whole appointment thing and literally not being able to get an appointment was just beyond annoying, but we got there at the end of the day. And with masks and everything, COVID is making things very, very difficult when it comes to going into hospitals and getting checks done. And I will go into more detail in that in my next video, where I'm going to go into detail about her hearing issues, because that's a whole other ball game. But yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.